think I'm too damn picky. I had him at 10 yards. He was right underneath me here.
My son Will is the one who informed me that I'd made a hunting mistake by passing that 8-pointer. We actually have a long history of that deer on this farm, and he always moves into this same zone late season, usually in December. And when I was out there, I was not looking for him, and you know, his rack is rather unremarkable. It's like a 145 frame, maybe 150 at most, and it hasn't changed over the last few years. But from the side, he looks like a 3-year-old. So I just let him go. It wasn't until he passed me and got on my right side that I recognized that he was really smart and had a big body. So after the holidays, I went right back in after him, and this is that hunt.
Eh.
I just pulled an all-dayer for that.
Eh.
Will, I got it done, buddy. Oh my gosh, he's down right there. It's cold as all get out. I mean, I thought I was crazy for coming out in this weather, but the pressure's high today, and I mean, it was perfect. I watched him come in from up the hill here, and the wind is blowing. It's blowing down this valley. I didn't like that, but it's a cheater wind for him to come in, so he's been doing these circles, so. Oh my goodness. Right there's my stand I was in a big oak. Shot was probably 25 yards. Just standing right here at the shot. He landed right over there. This is a really cool setup. I've got a stand for north winds here, and the other day when he came by me, I was up in that stand. That's for south winds. So we can hunt this valley on either winds. So today my wind was blowing down this way. So he came right through here. So you can see the blood right here. Poked him pretty good. He ran right up here. I know he's down, but I like to follow the blood trail. You can see the blood right there, all over the tree there. And there's my arrow. This is where he bulldozed. Right there he lays. What a deer. What a deer. What an old deer. Well, it's the afternoon of January 3rd, 2025. I just shot this deer shortly after 3 o'clock. He came in about 150 yards behind me, and I could see him because of the fresh snow on the ground. And he worked his way nice and slow all the way, so I had plenty of time to get ready. But he stopped about 25 yards and gave me a perfect shot, and ran maybe 50 yards and piled up. So got a lot of history of this deer. He always shows up on this farm in December. We've been trail camming him for as long as I've owned the farm, 2019, 2020. I have several years of his sheds, so I'm not sure how old he is. I'm going to call him 7 years old until I get his teeth aged, but he's a good one. It was a cold sit today too, so this is a fantastic way to end my cold day of hunting. So had a wind chill of 7 all day, so anyway, very happy with him. Just lopped off the shoulder and found the other part of my arrow. Glad I found it before my hand did, but I'm pretty sure it's right smack dab in the heart. That's why he went down so fast. I was using a Rage hypodermic. So that's actually the first one I've taken with a hypodermic. I usually use the 2-3s. So pretty happy with it. I guess in summary, there are 3 things that I think might have contributed to the success of this hunt. There's the situation itself, the setting, and the equipment. As far as the setting,
we've been doing TSI on this 120-acre farm for the last 4 years. And the whole intent there was to establish some staging food plots and create some edge. But more importantly, the thickets. We've been cutting down locust trees. I've probably knocked down 600 locust trees during that time. And the whole intent was to make these almost impassable thickets that deer would like. And we've noticed it to work in a big way. Deer that we don't even know will move in December and all of a sudden take residence up. And so I do think it's working. The timber used to be wide open. You could see for hundreds of yards, and that's all changed. So, and I do think that that might have contributed to this hunt. It certainly contributed to hunts that I've had out there in the past. As far as situation, Will took a buck this year, and one of the first things we did right after processing is we cut the tarsals off that deer, tied them on a string, threw them in the freezer, and then mid-December drove out to a different farm, this 120-acre farm. And right in that funnel where I shot this 8-pointer, we threw him up in a tree right there. And we believe that that deer, you know, when he moved into the farm, started doing those circles in that area because he could smell that other dominant deer smell. And whether that is, you know, worked or not, we don't know for sure, but it is something that we've done in the past. It seemed to work. You know, if you ever get a chance to keep some tarsals, if somebody kills a deer, get their tarsals, throw it at a different farm, you're introducing a new smell. And I firmly believe that, you know, if you set that up around a scrape or a funneled area where a lot of deer go, you're going to get a dominant deer in that area on edge and get them a little bit irritated. So that's a situational thing that we did this year. So, and that deer was daylighted every day. He was going through there every day. I just had to wait for the right wind. And then the other thing is equipment. So as far as equipment, you may notice that there were 4 devices used in the filming of this hunt. I used a cell phone for the track job. I had a Canon camera on an arm to my right, and then I had an action camera above my head, which actually caught the shot. I wouldn't have had the shot on video if I didn't have that action camera going. And then to my left, I had a Reveal X Pro that was set to video mode. And so I tried to integrate all 4 together in this hunt to bring the viewer the whole experience. Whether it worked or not, I don't know. It's really hard to make the video all look the same, and the audio is the worst part about, you know, doing editing, is trying to get the audio right. But I tried to do it. Whether it worked or not, you'll have to let me know. But anyway, but those 3 things, setting, situation, and equipment, I do think that they did contribute to the success of this hunt. So hopefully you enjoyed.